And we should be live, and I'm just gonna play the main thingy and we can jump right in.
Hey there, it's Tadeas, founder of Boostspace, and I got some big news. We just launched a lifetime deal on AppSumo, the biggest deal of your lifetime. Synchronize your data across 1,700 tools for just $299.
No. We've decided on $59 after all.
59?
59.
How much will this suit?
Like 200.
Can we still return it? For just $59, Boostspace is combining cloud database and an integration platform. Connect and centralize data from all your tools. Build your master data set and synchronize it with all your tools with just a few clicks. Consolidate data and build a single source of truth that is the starting point for any effective work. Link custom audiences across channels, capture 100,000 leads each month, get 20 times more lead conversions from ads, save 4 hours on manual data entry per week, enrich your product database and descriptions with AI, or use any other pre-made sync templates and flows that we have ready for you. Grab Boostspace for a single payment and no extra cost for life. See you on the other side where your data works for you and not the other way around. Let's make your tools talk to each other and work like a single organism. Shall we?
Okay. Hey everyone. So we should be live. There's already around 10 people watching us. So once again, hello everybody. Say hi everybody.
Hi. Hi guys.
Hello.
So today we will walk you through some of the stuff that we did in the last couple of months, show you a little bit of what we got planned within the next release, and then a couple of upcoming months, so you know what we are up to. And then we will obviously review the main thing, which is the sales automation with AI. First of all, let me introduce everyone. So you can see Tadeas, our founder here, Jan, our automation guy, and our guest Rohan, who is our outbound guy and our friend who will join us today. Hey everyone again.
Hey guys.
So
awesome, so excited.
Yeah, me too. Let's wait a little bit before everybody jumps in. I'm just gonna share a presentation which is gonna guide us throughout this webinar. So again, hello everyone. You can see that there's 4 of us. We will be kind of like jumping in throughout the webinar. But before we jump in, let me introduce Tadeas and Rohan a little bit more, just so you know who will be talking today. So Tadeas is our founder and CEO. Founded Boostspace around 6 years ago. It's been a ride. I'm part of Boostspace for the last 1.5 years, so I'm able to witness the growth and the scaling that we've been able to get within the last 18 months. It's been kind of crazy, but as you can see, since Tadeas has never given up, we've been able to get it even over here. So yeah, anything you want to add, Tadeas?
I mean, I'm much more serious than what you see on the picture. You know, never making jokes. So.
Yeah, it's pretty. We gotta point out that obviously Tadeas, even though he likes to dress in sumo suit, he does it very rarely. It's not like an everyday thingy. So other than that, he's just a normal guy. And then Rohan, who's been with us for the past couple of months, helping us with our first ever product hunt launch, and he's been kind of a close friend of ours since then, helping us not only with product hunt, but also with like community stuff and everything around it. He's well known within the SaaS industry. So Rohan, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think that's perfect. I
I have enjoyed working with Boostspace, and the kind of community response we get every time we launch on Product Hunt is amazing. And I hope and wish that not just this launch, but the future launches, we do it together. In the past, I've seen Boostspace become the Golden Kitty Award. And I think our first one was also the first product of the day. So ever since the launch of, I think, Boostspace, it has always been well received. And what I kind of appreciate is the innovation the tool brings in, because there are so many AI products launching every single day on Product Hunt or just on the internet, but I don't see there is like a wide variety of difference. This is a mix of automation, outreach, AI, everything that we can possibly imagine, with thousands of apps working together. And that's what makes it so unique. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you to Rohan. And so with this webinar being live, and it seems everything should be functional and we are good to go, let's jump into the discussion. Rohan already said that we at Boostspace are kind of aiming a slightly different approach than any integration platform, since we are combining the cloud database aspect. So you can actually build your central master data. How would you guys say that AI is influencing the outbound and this part of sales funnel?
Would you like to take it to us, or?
You're muted, Arias.
Let me unmute.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. Well, I think that AI is helping us with being able to create much larger volume of outreach, which is personalized, and even there's a bet, like, it helps us to find better market fit, because you can use AI to categorize your contacts, to create a well-fitting value proposition for the particular contact, and then the particular contact can receive very personalized message. So I think this was always possible to do manually, but with AI you can now put your leg on the throttle and do that at scale. And I think, after all, sales and outreach is also about numbers, because at any time we will have certain conversion rates, certain people that refuse to buy it, certain people that will buy that. And so with the same conversion rate, but with a higher amount of people that you can outreach to, you will just have a better results with your sales. And what about you, Rohan?
Yeah, just to add to what Ras said, right? For me, it starts from defining the value proposition itself, like he rightly mentioned. So imagine writing like multiple USPs. Like, so what your tool does, the features, the use case, what the users or potential customers are talking about. You're able to frame your messaging with different angles, and that's what AI enables you to do at scale. At the same time, if I have to think about, okay, what exactly, so once I know my product and the proposition well, it's the message is well suited for the audience, I also need to realize that, okay, my audience is not just everyone and from everywhere. We need to see, okay, how you can tweak your messages for perhaps a specific country, or whatever the segments would be in your ICP. Once there are different segments in your ICP, then you can write again the messaging copies at scale. Also, it depends on what channel are you choosing. So when I think about outbound, I just don't think about emails. It could also be social, it could also be messengers. So for every channel there could be different suited message copies, and that's what AI could help us write. But at the same time, while we're using it for personalization, we previously had, let's say, either VAs or humans writing it and personalizing it. The same can be done with AI, and it just makes the process so much more easier and doable at a larger scale and volume. apart from the volume, I think it also uncovers a lot of aspects that a human may not be able to think about, but if you give enough prompts, it might the AI might just help you uncover angles that you may have not thought of before. So I think it's also good for ideation and kind of trying to come up with different propositions altogether. And not to mention, right, the technology that would enable us to deliver these outreach messages could also be powered by AI. So right from positioning the product to defining your audience to writing the message copies to actually delivery, all of it could be influenced by AI positively.
100%, guys. So with that being said, since in the second part of this webinar, we will dive way deeper and we will be hands-on watching Tadeas and Jan doing the sales AI flow. I would like to continue and get back to the presentation, because there's a couple of things I would just like to tell you guys. There might be a lot of you who maybe stumbled upon Boostspace at some point, some of you who never heard of us, and some of you maybe you've been following us or even are our users. So I just wanted to show you guys a couple of things. This should take around 5 minutes. I'm gonna try to go as fast as possible, but at the same time, I kind of want to focus on a couple of stuff here because I feel like it's important. So first of all, I just want you to guys get the idea about the traction and the situation we are at. Handling data is like pretty important and like sensitive thing. So we do realize that. So I want you to know that we are here for at least 6 years now. We got already stable MRR. We got over 5,000 clients. So we are not like a new guys coming up here, popping up from some garage somewhere, even though it seems garages are actually the place to start a startup, as the history shows. But yeah, as of today, we've been actually this year top selling deal on AppSumo, which will be ending today. We will get there too. And we've been winning some cool startup events and competitions like the ABS startup or 𝐲𝐸, which is one of the biggest Czech startup competitions by Škoda. And obviously, we've been winning on Product Hunt. As you can see, we've been able to get at least 3 badges together with the 4th product of the week. I want to stop here just for a second because there's been some cool features within the last release. So main concern within like the last 3 months was the speed of the system. So we've been working on that pretty hard, and I feel like it should be at least half this 100% 150% faster. So you can see for yourself. We got like new types of custom fields, especially the linked records here are something we should mention. And then a couple of other stuff. And I just want to show you some of the things, like for example, that we got the integrator now completely built in within Boostspace, meaning there's no need for you to open a new tab, skip in a beat. You can still navigate and build complex integrations and automations and data sync scenarios all within Boostspace. An iframe will be opened and there's no need for you to go anywhere. As you can see, it's way smoother and it should be way easier to navigate through. Another thing we've been getting a lot is that there's a steep learning curve in the beginning when you use Boostspace for the first time, which is 100% true. Like handling data and setting up two-way data sync is never easy. But we are trying to make it as easy as possible. So you can actually find video guides directly within Boostspace from now on. It's been part of the last release and you can already find it there. So there's a new help center. As you can see, all you need to do is click the icon on top right, and you can either watch a video academy with Tadeas, or you can get help whenever you need. So we are actually about to release one cool feature. It should be coming up any day now. And it's a thing that I just want to stop here for a minute because it's actually a game changer. I'm not sure, maybe Tadeas want to kind of jump in and fill me in here.
Yeah, I'll fill you in. That's my job. So basically, it's not any day, it's actually today. And this AI generated sync templates have been just released into our platform. And let me explain what it means. So we went ahead and created many of manually pre-made data synchronization templates. So we did couple hundred, like, I don't know, 100 on the way in, 100 on the way out, something among these numbers. And but we have more and more tools that are, being released every day, and we wanted to make it more easier for you. So basically what it means is that now you just choose your tool, you select which type of endpoint you need. So let's say you want to load contacts, and after that you will just wait for the AI to create you the entire scenario flow. So basically, my learning videos that I just have been reshooting, from 2 minutes, it got to 1 minute, and then the way out, which is more complex scenario, from 8-minute teaching video, is basically 1 minute and 30 seconds video, which just tells you, you click here, you select your tool, you wait 30 seconds, and your integration is done. So this is really significantly lowering the learning curve. This is the moment where you need to tell the AI which endpoints you want to use on the system. So for example, if you're using Pipedrive, it's got many different types of data. It's got organization, leads, contacts. So or if you have eShop, it's got products, orders, contacts, the different types of entities. And so it's important to choose it, to tell the AI what you want to sync, and then the scenario will be created. So this is the after that there is a next step, and this entire scenario flow, which is essentially powered by Make Engine, which is embedded directly into our platform. It's part of our product. We are their OEM partner. So when you buy Boostspace, you essentially have access to this Make Engine as well, which is embedded with our platform. So this was now automatically created. You can only check the details, but you don't have to actually do much. Just create the connection, click run, and we are there. So I think this makes it much more easier for everyone, and we got a lot of feedback. Make it more easy, make it more easy, make it more easy, and that's where we wanted to make it easier, right?
Yeah. Thanks for filling me in, Tadeas, and let's continue. So that's kind of what we've been up to for the last couple of months. And now I just want to, guys, give you a little bit of upcoming features and what we actually plan to do this year. So this year will be obviously even here in Boostspace about AI. As you can see, we are already kind of like showing you the first AI features and functionalities. But at the same time, there are 3 new AI engines coming up. And these 3 new AI things and features are kind of bigger deal. So let's just take it one by one. The first release will be about data transformation. It's going to be AI-powered templates, which will automatically map your fields. Second one is data enrichment directly within Boostspace without the need of you using your ChatGPT account. It's going to be directly built in within Boostspace. And the third is AI Assistant. AI Assistant, you can imagine having a chat which is looking over all your centralized and standardized business data. It's actually able to understand it and give you results in real time. So, for example, the data transformation, you will basically choose a tool, choose a pre-made scenario. The Boostspace AI will map all the fields. You will be able to write a prompt saying, hey, maybe let's edit this field and put there, etc. You will be able to make smaller adjustments. You will be able to remap it. And that's it, basically. It's going to be way easier. Even when we were showing the slide before what we just released now, it's going to be even a little bit more simple. Then we will have the data enrichment. You will be able to write prompts directly within each of the modules, and you can enrich your data. It will automatically insert the data within the module rows within your spaces. So it's basically a full data enrichment feature directly within Boostspace. And the third part will be AI assistant, which will be your personalized kind of ChatGPT, but with access to all your business data, standardized, so it's able to understand it. You can do cross module and a cross data type prompts, and it's going to understand it, and it's going to give you the insight right away. So that's kind of the future. Is there anything I left out, Tadeas? You're muted.
Yeah, I think no. These are the major features that are coming. So I think it might be confusing for everyone that slowly introducing many individual AI features, but basically what is being released today is just a sneak peek. It's just a smaller one, but it's a small feature that helps you to make it easier for you to set up the scenarios. But what's coming in future, it will basically be able to automatically analyze your data and automatically transform it without you worrying about it. So we already have that up and running in our dev environment. We are testing that, fine-tuning some details. It's going to be released soon, and the remaining two features are going to be coming in maybe 1 or 2 months from each other after the first AI feature is released. So we are pushing hard here to help you standardize your data, transform your data, and then make some insights on that. Yeah.
100%. So just a quick reminder, guys, today is the last day that you will be able to get Boostspace on AppSumo. We are ending today. There's a couple of hours left. I feel like it's 11 hours actually to go or something like that, maybe even less. And then AppSumo Plus members will be able to acquire Boostspace till Sunday. So before we jump into the use case, let me guys remind you throughout the whole webinar, make sure to ask any question. We will be doing FAQ right after this next part, which is the use case you've been waiting for. Before we jump in, I'm going to let Tadeas, Rohan, or Jan fill you in on what's going to happen right now. And Tadeas, feel free to share your screen once you're ready.
Okay, so I'm ready. Good. I'll share the screen. 1 second. And so you should now see the Boostspace platform. Okay, so our platform, as was mentioned earlier, is a combination of a data synchronization platform, or let's say integration platform, and a no-code cloud database that helps you to centralize your data. So here are your modules. These are, let's say, databases. Here are the scenarios that are loading data into the main platform, into the main database. And here are scenarios that are loading data from your main database. So what I have here is contacts module, which is empty. There's no contacts saved in this system. And what we will try to accomplish here is that we will show you how to load contacts from various sources. So we actually have 2 sources, 2 Excel sheets filled in with contacts, but we will load them and we will try to merge duplicate data, because there are some duplicities across these Excel sheets, and it might not be good to have the same contact in 2, 3 different parts of your database, because it can mean duplicate advertising or mistakes in your data. After your contacts are centralized, we will use ChatGPT to create personalized message, and we will then send an email to the customers, personalized email. We will also add them to the Google adverts, so that we can start delivering advertising. And so we have this use case up and running. I will take this step by step, but in this part of scenario, I just want to show you what is the outcome, because I will then we will then provide you with templates which enable you to accomplish that. So first step that you need to do here is to connect your data source. So if you in typical moment when you are connecting your data source, here you can search for some of your tools. You can choose that application, and you see a lot of these things have been already pre-set by us. So for example, there's just one sync-in scenario created because Google Contacts has just one type of records there that so we can already anticipate everything. So it's been already selected. As a destination, there's just one database, one space inside Boostspace at this moment, but in general, you can have, you know, as many as you need. But it already kind of anticipated that we want to save data there. Since we are in a module contacts, it recommends me to merge these contacts by their email. So when a duplicate record with the same email is going to be flying towards our database, Boostspace will automatically make a decision how to merge the data and how to consolidate the data. So after that, we automatically connect the custom fields, which essentially means we will extend your database and we will add few more columns that are used by the Google contacts. For example, we have that automatic recognition of which columns need to be added to a database. You can choose not to. We have many other pre-made custom fields available, but they are not necessarily needed for this particular Google contacts. And as one of the last steps here, we set a priority of the source, which means what is the priority, or how can this particular data source override other data sources. So if I click on the next one, the scenario will be created, but I just canceled it now because I just want to show you the outcome. So right now, there is one scenario which has this Google Sheet data. So going back again here, it's empty database, and we need to open this particular scenario. This is how it looks. And in this second tab, I have the Excel sheet that I'm importing there. So I get few contacts here, 7 contacts that I want to be loaded inside Boostspace. Switching back in, just want to show you, we just hit this huge button to turn that on. There is 1 minute interval. I think it already started, but even though I can trigger it manually, and you can see it's loading the records from this Google Sheet and saving this inside Boostspace. So after that, you can check out that the records are immediately created inside our platform. So now, even if I add new rows, modify something in that Excel sheet, maybe that's the Excel sheet or Google Sheet that I want to use with my team, then I just add it there. It will immediately appear here and in all the other connected tools. But in order for you to show you data consolidation, I have to add one more data source. And we just choose Google Drive, which is this particular folder, which is scouting for new documents, for new Google Sheet documents. And whenever there's a new document, it will try to import that data. Why? Because a lot of the lead generation tools that you can use, things like LinkedIn Navigator, Apollo, Audience Lab, or Ample Market, and other tools, they offer you certain ways of exporting those contacts in CSV format or in Excel format, and then it might be convenient for you to upload a particular let's say target audience in the folder, and you can then evaluate whether this particular target audience is better working for your market fit than another one. So you could do matching of your product market fit with individual audiences. So I have an Excel sheet that I'll just throw in here for this particular use case. It's loading data here. Right now it's an Excel sheet, so I just need to convert it into the Google Sheet. I will do that after the data is open. So I have now the Google Sheet here. I'm saving as a Google Sheet. Google is doing its job, and now I'll share this tab and the new data. Come on, Google. Refresh this. Okay, the new data is there. So I just want to show you the records in here. So I get some new contacts, but this particular guy, this particular contact with this email, he already has been in the other data set. So if I look here, all of them are different, but this one is here. it was a lot of the columns empty, so it may not be the best data source to populate this data. So now going back to Boostspace platform, sharing this tab, I see that this particular scenario is already running. It can now just, again, to speed things up and go faster than the scheduling, I can turn this on even manually, and I should now see even more contacts in my Boostspace system. But what is really interesting here is that the two same emails have been consolidated, and there is only one contact, one record with the email 𝐸𝐞𝐬@𝐸. And also the columns in here are populated with all the data from the more full, from the better populated source. So this is what we can accomplish by setting up these priorities of the source. So now, how to apply this in a real-time or real-life situation? Of course, I have some Google Sheets folders. Why is that good? So imagine that you have your e-commerce platform, your e-shop, and people are signing up there. You have your website. People are filling in forms trying to sign up to your product. You have different sources of your contacts that are constantly being created in your company. You can connect it, all of these sources, into your master database and constantly, immediately react and immediately merge those duplicities and create your master real-time, real-life master database of contacts. So imagine that now this is all the contacts that we need to work with in this use case. And I'll show you what we can do, like an example of what we can do. So we go to the share view, and we have, the magical OpenAI ChatGPT. So this scenario is pretty simple. It's just watching. There's a new contact created in your master database, and if there is a new contact in your master database, it will do certain prompt. So with Boostspace, you can choose which model you will have. You can then send him the prompt and send the message of some data. So for example, here is a message to, or let's say here's a prompt to create a personalized sales message or personalized email, and then return the value back into the Boostspace system. So this is a scenario that starts in Boostspace and ends in Boostspace. So in our user interface, you will see that not only here, but you will also see that in this part, which is normal. This is okay because it's also writing in and loading up. And now this scenario has already happened. It's already done the job. So if I open any particular contact record, and I will check on the data, I have some of the columns, and now I have immediately the personalized message created by combining a value proposition and certain information such as like name, position, and things like that, and providing that to the AI. So of course, for your business, you can modify that. You can create many different fields. So how for example, Rahul mentioned that for different platforms, you might need a different types of messages, or maybe you are using more sophisticated tool for, let's say, LinkedIn outreach. So you could just throw the contacts there at the right moment and then work on there. So Boostspace was actually trying to make sure that it powers the data exchange between the tools that you guys have. But it's a nice thing that we can categorize, personalize, and work with the contact here or with any other records. Just for the reference, you can imagine using the AI also, for example, to enrich your product database when you are an e-commerce owner, or to categorize your contacts so that you have the best fit with the value proposition. So you can build pretty complex sales automation flows here. So that was the first step that we've tried to do. We also immediately added all the contacts that were inside Boostspace into Google Match Audience, which we quite like to do. We like to combine, let's say, a marketing outreach, or let's say marketing efforts with the sales efforts. So it's always good to warm up your contacts first. So before you outreach to them via LinkedIn, WhatsApp, email, whatever platform, before you outreach to them, you could start delivering personalized campaign. So because you can use Boostspace to sync your contacts in one particular audience in the Google Ads, and you can start delivering certain short advertising sequence. They will be receiving your advertising for about 1 week, 2 weeks, and once you feel it's a good time, you can then after some time trigger to move the contact in the outreach stage where the triggers can happen. So this is good to showcase. I also have created all the contacts were created in the pipe drive. So if I refresh this, you can see that from the empty pipe drive account, now it's a full account with all the deals and various stages. You can add more automations on top of the columns. So for example, you can send the marketing advertising only to certain contacts in certain stages. You can make that more complicated. But as a core use case, we tried to add our contacts in one of the Excel sheets, synchronize it with these tools, create a personalized message using AI, and as a last step, create send the email. I think I haven't shared the pipe drive. This is how the contacts in pipe drive look. I forgot to switch the pipe drive tab on the streaming platform. And so I've also received a personalized message here 9 minutes ago when I was starting this explanation that was just shooted from my colleague Jan, which has been used as an account to send out this semi-personalized email. So why is this important? It's mainly because it can save you a lot of time, and it can enable you to scale up your outreach and marketing processes. It can help you to scale up the numbers of contacts that you can outreach to without using a lot of your time, and just enabling this platform to work. So imagine now this use case is the one I want to deliver, and I can just start throwing in new Excel sheets, new lists of contacts, and it will just start shooting those emails. It will just start happening. Of course, sending a direct email like this is not the best approach. It's best to use a dedicated cold emailing solution, or LinkedIn outreach tool that even there has much better conversion rate. But a lot of these tools are hard to showcase in real time because they usually have some buffer, and they are trying to be kind of sneak and send emails on like just few emails now, a few minutes later. So it's not the best fit for the real life webinar, and that's why we decided to showcase it like this. But I hope this could at least in some way showcase the value of our platform, and showcase how your tools and your data sources can work together like one organism, and can show you the flexibility that you have to set up the pipeline and sales automation around your needs. So this is it from this use case. Let's save time for frequently asked questions. Maybe my colleagues and Rohan can add something to this use case. But for me, this is what I wanted to show you guys.
Okay, so thank you, Tadeas. I'm just going to share for everyone to see the data flow. It's like a static, it's basically a screenshot of the things that you've been showing for the past couple of minutes. So this is basically the overview of the data flow coming in and out. So everyone can stop here for a second. Thank you, Tadeas, for the in-depth view. Rohan, you got something from your side?
I think, yeah, I agree to what Tadas was saying, right? You have to have a proper outbound, email marketing tool to tie to this for it to have, right sequences, formatting, etc. But it's quite magical to see this entire system together.
100%. Before we move further, let me just go through the comments. And as we are going closer to end of this presentation, guys, this might be the moment to raise any question. Before we jump in, let me just once again ask you guys about the support when it comes to the product hunt. So basically the situation right now is that we are securely taking the first place here. Any kind of support would be highly appreciated. And as I was saying before, so we got 14 hours till end of this deal. I was saying something about 11 hours. So it's actually 14 hours. And some questions are coming up. I would still love to give you guys a little bit more time. So maybe we could dive deeper into the tiers. We wanted to skip this one, but I gotta say we've been kind of fast. It's only 45 minutes, not even 45 minutes in. So before we jump into the FAQ, there's obviously, I can see some questions about recordings of this. This is obviously going to be available. You can watch this later. It's going to be on demand across YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So don't worry if you need anything to be slower. Tadeas is known for his light speed when he's taking over and filling in. So you can always slow it down and obviously take advantage of the recordings. So we got 3 tiers. It's pretty straightforward. The number 1 tier is starting at $59. We are going all the way to $300. As of today, I can tell you that around 65% is on tier 3 already. It's kind of a one-of-a-kind deal at this moment. So yeah, it's actually the main difference is that the first 2 tiers are having a little smaller operation and records limit, and it's mapped to a grow license, which means there's no custom module. As Tadeas was showing you the use case, you could see that it's been mainly using contacts. Contacts is one of our main modules. So let me just show you quickly right here. So these 5 data types are our basic data types that you can get within the Grow. So tier 1 and tier 2, you can use these 5 data modules. And within the tier 3, which is the last one, right here, you will be able to take advantage of the custom data module, which is basically database built on top of anything you want, any data type you need, so you can build your custom data set. We've got some questions coming in, so if you are guys ready, we could be jumping into the last part. So let me see what we got here. So Ashmita is asking, can I connect HubSpot and CleverTab data to Boostspace? This will be mainly for Tadeas and Jan. So if you could guys.
Yeah. So I think we're getting a lot of individual questions. We can connect this with that. And I think it's important to navigate you how you can actually find this information on our website. So I'll share the screen quickly again. So here's the website, and here is a section with integrations. So there's just few here, might be confusing, but if you click show all integrations, you get in this huge list of integrations. So you mentioned HubSpot, so we do have that, and if you click on it, you can also see very much detail on what we can do. These are our pre-made triggers or actions that we can accomplish with HubSpot. So it's like a lot of these. Some tools have much less options. It depends really on the tool and on what is available on their API. And so what was the other tool? CleverTab. So I don't know about that. So let's see. So we don't have the CleverTab. So what does it mean? It means that you could use a custom HTTP module inside the scenario canvas and connect directly to their API. It means it will be more difficult for you to set it up, but if they have an open API available, it is very possible to set this up. If you are willing to go through the learning curve, it can be done, or we have some partners that can accomplish that within like 30-minute paid consultation to connect your really custom API, custom source to that, using more demanding, it demands more skill to be able to get that, but it works as well. So we have a 50% hit rate on your question. So Hopspot, yes. CleverTab, yes, but via the more complicated approach.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go straight to the next question, which is kind of similar but way easier to respond to. Yeah, take over.
Okay, so we actually had worked with Expandy ourselves in past, and so definitely you can connect it. I think our connection to Expandy was done again with the native integration, and you can connect it and work with it directly, or you can use the HTTP modules again to send the data on particular endpoints. I think since we have actually hands-on worked with that, you could reach out to our support and we can give you some of the templates or advices that we've done there as a best practice for particular Expandy, but we haven't personally used all the tools, so this is Expandy is an exception here, I guess, that we personally used for outreach in past.
Yeah, I think just to add to that question, what they were trying to ask is, do they need to have the subscription of Boostspace plus Expandy? I think the answer is yes, right? So Boostspace is like, it's trying to tie all your tools together. It's not trying to put all the tools into one, if that makes sense. It's like centralizing your data and connecting them as if they were one single unit or one single workflow.
Yeah, thank you, Rohan. Sorry if I was understanding the question in a different way.
That's a good insight. Also, Asif is asking why some apps have crown. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Okay, well, it's because we have now received a new partner that has created few apps for our customers, and these are exclusive to let's say to our platform, and some of them have I think about some of them are basically provided by the members of community, and the members of the community are charging a one-time fee. I think it's about $30 or something to make that available in your account. So we have our 1,800 apps they're available that we created or our partner Make created. So these are available. But when the members of community do that, we enable also that money exchange, so that we support the growth of the community. So this is where the apps have the crown.
We got a question about the AppSumo deal. So again, there's 14 hours left when it comes to the AppSumo deal. If you are AppSumo Plus member, it's available till Sunday.
Yeah, it's not a joke. It's ending today.
Yeah,
so
it's actually ending.
It's a really last moment webinars, guys. So like you have like a 60-day refund window, so you can try it out. I'm really confident about the value our platform is giving out to the users. So if you even like slightly considering it, I think you have at max 14 hours to go to AppSumo, because otherwise Boostspace software is a service and it's like subscription based. So this is a quite unique time to get a lifetime deal of this platform.
Asif is asking about the criteria to integrate a new app, and if it's only most voted apps or something else too. I might be able to give this a go. So if you navigate yourself to, I think that Jeremy is posting it in the comments too, it's /request integration page. We just released this a couple of days ago. You can actually request a new integration here. And if you can see here, we need API docs. It's gotta be a public API. So that's what we need to even make this possible. And then you can vote for each of these apps, and obviously the most voted ones will be prioritized, and we are expecting to release 2 to 5 new apps each month. So I guess that's that, right? So let's see. I think that I had one which was really great. Yeah, it was about templates. Templates for common automations for small businesses and content creators. Tadeas, you want to take this one?
Yeah, so I'll share a screen again. So yeah, instead of sharing screen, I switched off my cam, which is my superpower. And so let's go to the website. And so, of course, we don't want to just, send data from one place to another, but we also want to inspire you guys to accomplish something greater with your data. So we created a pre-made flows. So you could think about these as, let's say, complex multi-stage scenarios that work together. So what I was showing today was, for example, one of the use cases for the sales automation. And so you can discover use cases for e-commerce. For example, tomorrow we are presenting on the e-commerce expo, and there we will be showing use case how you can load your products from your product catalog in your eShop, use AI like ChatGPT and other models to enrich your product description, meta tags, and enhance your SEO. Also use other generative AI features to enrich and improve your product photos. So there are things like remove background, change background for something new, add watermark, add things like that. And then again, go back to the eShop and update the products there. And last step was to take your products and list them on marketplaces such as Amazon and other marketplaces where you can showcase your product database. So if you are a product, if you are owner of an e-commerce platform, you could get inspired by our e-commerce product database use case. And one more thing, use cases are usually like more complex. They consist on like high level, like really many individual flows working together, and individual flows are just the individual pieces, the one scenario that leads from one tool to Boostspace, or from Boostspace to another tool. So these are the flows. Last thing I wanted to show here, and I think it's important to say, is why we actually enforce that central database here. So imagine that you set up all your follow-up processes for your company. So let's say you had the eShop. So what happens after you receive the order? Okay, so after you receive the order, you might send the order invoice, you will send the email, you order the delivery, you do a few things. So you can set up all these follow-up processes after the data arrives to the master database. Why is it important not to do it directly? Because at any moment in future, you can add a new sales channel, you can get a dealer, you can have another eShop, you can go start selling in a different country. And again, you have a lot of follow-up processes in place already, so you don't want to start building that again from scratch. What you want to accomplish is, once you add a new sales channel, it just creates the new order in your master database, and all the follow-up processes are already sitting in place, and it can you can improve that, and you can build your company processes step by step. So instead of having all your tools mixed up like this is maybe a situation if you just using a typical automation platform like Zapier, for example, connecting one tool to another and everything to everything. So versus having it like this, we connect it like this, and then you can at any point in time exchange your tool, get a more innovative tool, AI powered tool, get your follow-up processes can stay in place when you add new sales channels, for example. So I think that's a good added value that can facilitate innovation in your company. So that's why all the integration flows start or end in the master database, and that's why we recommend it.
Nice. So then we got a pretty complex question, and that's 1800? Yeah. So yeah, it's actually 1800, and it will be 2000 pretty soon. We expect to hit the 2000 integration limit within like 2 months or so. So let's see how it's gonna go. We got a question here. I'm a little bit confused with this one. Maybe we will be able to figure it out. So there's Vision Makers PDX asking, it would be great to have a contact view that was portrait / multi-column, kind of like Apple Contacts or Outlook. Are you guys able to?
Yeah, I think I hear you. We don't have that view yet, but I think as we are going further, we will be adding, let's say, more views that are, let's say, created for these specific data types. So right now we are like a node code platform. We represent records as rows in a database, and we focus on the data exchange, but we are slowly adding some new views, and this is definitely a good feedback. So that you can see the picture and have like a better looking representation of the contact within the system. Good idea. We definitely discuss with with our colleague, our product owner 𝐲𝐶, and he'll make that happen. Thank you.
Yeah, so hope we got it covered. Seems like we did. There's a question from Asif regarding, will you consider to create your own automation engine to replace Make in the future or work along with it?
Okay, so well, with the Make engine, we have a really good partnership. We have an OEM contract, which is like a long-term relationship. We wouldn't, let's say, invest our efforts in integrating Make engine if we didn't really truly believe in the long-term nature of our collaboration. But there's a big but. Boostspace data consolidation database can actually work with any other no-code platform, such as n8n. We do have integration to Zapier, but when I say we do have integration to Zapier, it means it can work with it. But we don't have an OEM partnership with them. It's not part of our product, so it's more like a business discussion decision. So if people from Zapier hear me, we can talk about that and make another batch of Boostspace with their platform, or even as time goes and as the AI helps us to facilitate the development, we might get to the point where we will facilitate even the development of the custom apps. So right now we are developing the scenarios. Today we released that, so that's good, but maybe that's the first step of what we can accomplish in terms of facilitating development, and maybe in the future. But it's not probably too urgent because we really value the partnership with Make. We think it's the best platform in the world for multi-step automations, and we're proud that we can have it embedded and provide it to you guys.
There's a Randall giving +1 for the contact view that we've been talking about, and that kind of gives me an idea to share a roadmap with you guys. It's simply boost.space/roadmap, and you can actually, similar to request an integration, request a new feature and then upvote it. So make sure to regularly check these. Well, we are obviously focusing on the most upvoted one, such as EOS /Apple application, which will be released any day now. We are already approved by the Apple market. And for example, the two-factor authorization is really requested. So feel free to request a new feature here and then see it come to life. Let me scan through the questions again quickly. There's been a lot of questions we've answered with the integrations. So make sure whenever you feel like you need to ask for specific tool, just navigate yourself to the / integrations on our website and check if it's available. If not, you need just API and then the HTTP module. Seems like we actually got all the important questions, and we are just hitting an 1 hour mark. Is there anything else you would like to add up, guys, before we leave?
From me, I just want to thank you guys, thank the community that you guys are driving us to make the product better. I think the main goal of us doing all those launches and lifetime deals and all different things is to get your feedback, learn from you, and to improve the product. Really, this is our goal, to build a good product that can make your life easier, can make your tools work together. We are a work in progress. We are learning, and we are doing really great progress thanks to so much amazing feedback. Please, stay with us, and let's build a good product together.
Nice. Rohan, you got something?
Yeah, I think the kind of feedback we get and the possibilities that the users show would really direct or shape the future of the product. It's amazing at the moment as well. And, quick shout out to us for the product hunt launch as well. If you guys can just head over to Product Hunt today and show your support. AppSumo launch also ends soon. Go check us out. And like, Tara said, even if you get any deal or any tire, you always have a chance to refund if it's not for you. So you may want to better try it than to miss out the deal forever.
That's a good point. There's one more question that I would like to cover. I've seen it before. I might have missed it before. I'm sorry. And it's about the AI stuff and if it's going to be included in all plans. So just quickly coming back here, the data transformation engine will be included in all plans, meaning it's going to be part of all tiers when it comes to AppSumo and the LTD. Data enrichment will be part of scale and enterprise. So if you want to save or if you want to be safe when it comes to the data enrichment feature and its availability within your system, you gotta grab the tier 3 because the tier 3 on AppSumo is mapped to a scale license. So I would recommend grabbing the T3 to make sure you will be able to use the data enrichment. And the AI assistant is coming by the end of this year or within the last quarter, and it's going to be most likely part of scale and enterprise too.
Yeah, it depends with the AI assistant. We will decide. It depends only on the amount of, say, custom work that is required to be there done for individual clients for implementations. But if at some point in time we can make sure that it just works out of the box without success manager setting everything up, then we will try to make it available for the scale plan. But again, this makes it tier 3 in the current AppSumo launch.
As we are coming to an end, I would like you to guys consider joining our communities. During the webinar, I've seen a couple of people joining into Slack, and we got like 20 more people within the Facebook community. So welcome, guys. You can always join both of these on /community or community.boost.space. And yeah, so I guess we are just wrapping up things here, guys. Kind of exclusive thing here. If you want to, you can talk to Jan, which is a different Jan than the Jan guy that you see here. It's a pretty common mistake. We got like 6 Jans within Boostspace. So if you go to /contact-sales, you can talk to Jan from our sales department. He will be assisting you if you need some initial help. So make sure to grab that exclusive URL while you can. So I guess this is it, guys. We nailed it. 1 hour, 4 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, this is it, I guess. So thanks for joining in, guys. There's been at one moment over 2,000 people watching us. So I hope that we delivered the value that you've been waiting for. As for me, I'm gonna see you soon, guys, and have a great day.
Thank you, guys. Goodbye.
Thank you, and have a good day.
Thanks for
Cheers,
tuning in.
guys. Yeah, thanks for joining, Ron. See you guys. Cheers.